Let's begin formative model. Formative model we will run how we have to run in a smart PLS formative model. And I had already explained you in my previous video difference between reflective model and formative model. In this formative model, three things are very, very important. One is content validity that we have to go, we will know through literature review, because from where we have got these statements, from where we have got these variables. So that is the content validity. That means this content is actually related to this construct or not. If it is not related to this construct, that means it is not able to explain this construct. So that means there is the content validity issue is there. If yes, of course, if it is related to this, the construct, so definitely content validity, we have to check only through literature review. Then second thing is multicollinearity. Multicollinearity already I have explained in my previous video, whereas I have already discussed tolerance, VIF value, eigenvalue, each and everything I had already explained, and I will share link of that YouTube video that is explaining multicollinearity in this description box. And this one is the formative model, difference between formative model and reflective model. I will also share this link in my description box. Then we come to the third thing, is the most important, how we have to get to know whether this formative model is significant or not. To check the significance value, t value should be greater than 1.96 in bootstrapping. And the most important thing in this formative model, I mean, whenever we are running formative model, we will see the results of outer weight. But when we are running reflective model, we will see the results of outer loading. So let's begin in our smart PLS. This is my model. I have taken three constructs: brand image, brand loyalty, and satisfaction. So you can see here, this is reflecting a reflective model. But when we have to invert measurement model, now you can see all the arrows are revert. That means this construct is caused by these statements, these items. So might be possible brand image depends upon, let's say, image one on the basis of the product, right, on the basis of the price, on the basis of the promotion, on the basis of the distribution. It depends upon all these parameters. Those are making this brand image. So brand image here is, I had convert this model. Rest of these models are reflective, but only one construct is formative. Formative, how I have decided? Formative means when all these statements are not relevant to each other. So that is why in this model, multicollinearity is very, very important, because they should, here is we required, this correlation should be very high in reflective model, but not here. In formative model, there should not be any multicollinearity issue. There should not be a very low correlation, positive, negative, or zero correlation. So now we will run through bootstrapping. We would like to know whether there is any, what is their t value, right? Bootstrapping, I have taken only on 1000. Professor here said that should be at the 5000 samples. This value should be at the 5000, but no problem. I am taking only on the 1000. This is the hypothetical model. Now I have to finish. Now you can see here, these are the values. Right, so t value, when we have to see through bootstrapping, 0.439, 1.608, and 4.950. Only this one is the statement that is showing this, the t value is the significant. Rest of these are not significant. So quickly we have to see, there's the HTML report also. Here is, we can go there. This one is the, because we have to see here outer weights, because this is the formative model. You can see here image one, image one, image two, image three. They are creating brand image construct. So this table we will copy from here, right? We will copy to our Word document. So now you can see here, I had already copied this table. Image 1 to brand image. This one is the formatted arrow side. You can see here these arrow going towards the right hand side. This one is the leading towards the construct. But these arrows, this construct is, this one is these arrow direction towards the statement side. So both of them, these are the loyalty, brand loyalty, and the satisfaction. They are reflective model. They are the reflective constructs, and this one is the formative upper one. So how we have to calculate t value and whether it is significant or not. So I had written here is the formula. T value is equal to outer weight divided by standard error, and this is my outer weight, and we will divide this by standard error, so we can get the t value. But here is the t value is already calculated here. You can see here. Once again, we can see these are the values. Again, we will run here. Yeah, report, we can see HTML report. And this one is the outer weight, and this one is the t statistics. You can see here t statistics. This is the t statistics. So t value that is reflecting in our graphical model 0.438738, image 2 1.60 and 4.94. And same thing I'm sure we are getting here also. Same thing we are getting here also. So 0.439, 1.608, 4.96. And again, we will copy all these values here in my Word document. That would be easier to explain you. So now, what is happening here? You can see here, I had make an additional column here. So image 1 to brand image 0.4055, that is non-significant. Image 2 brand image 1.63, non-significant, but this is significant because this t value is greater than 1.96. And in this case, that we can say this is the reflective model. So this is significant, we can say significant. This is also, all are significant. If I would see, so all are significant except, you can paste here, except both these, because earlier it was, why it is happening, because earlier it was reflective model, and I had just explained to you formative model. I had converted this reflective model into formative model. But because these statements are not like formative, might be possible all these statements are similar to each other. That is why these are non-significant. So what we have to do, we will drop these statements, or we can replace these statements. Those are reflecting brand image, but these multicularity should be very low. So before running any formative model, you have to check multicularity issue, because formative model, these the two things are very, very important. I had already copied this model here also from my Smart PLS. So you can report in your research paper also in that way. And that is why I would say, I would conclude both these statements are not significant. So I have to drop these statements, or I have to replace these statements with new statement. But this is the significant because t value is greater than 1.96. So, and these are the reflective models because arrow are going towards this side. But here is, you can see here in this model, right? And we can increase this size so you can see here easily. This one is the 0.439, 1.608, 4.950. So in that way, we can conclude this. Through this, we can analyze, we can interpret our formative model. And so I could summarize this thing. What things are important in formative model? Three things are very, very important. Number one is content validity, that you have to know through literature review. Second one is the multicularity, VIF value, right? And third one is the either VIF value or tolerance value. And the last one is the significance value, significance level. Through bootstrapping, we should know is from Smart PLS that should be greater than 1.96. Then it is significant, otherwise it is not significant. So I wish this video would be helpful to you. and see you in the next video. And I'm going to start because number of my viewers, they said, please explain some statistical values, some statistical tools in our studio, in R. So definitely I'm going to meet in new software in my next video. Thanks for watching.